Hey guys, Molly here. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I'm super excited to share with you how to make super pretty worksheets for your course students. Now, if we have not met before, hello, my name is Molly Kaiser. I'm an online course expert who's done over $8 million in online course sales. And if you're excited to learn how to make pretty worksheets for your course students, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you want to learn even more about how to create your course, how to sell it, how to build a following of buyers and more, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because I come out with course business related videos every single Tuesday. All right, so let's get into the video. All right, so I'm going to show you step by step how to make pretty worksheets for your course students. So the first thing you want to do is create whatever you want in that worksheet in a Word document. So the worksheet I'm going to use as an example from my course. In Module 1, I talk all about mindset and productivity and how to set yourself up for daily success. And one of those things that I teach in my course, Profitable Courses, is to have a morning routine and a night routine. It's really important because it will set you up for success and make sure that you're balancing work and life properly so you don't burn out, and then also allow you to actually plan for the next day. So one of the templates that I give my students is this template for a morning and night routine. But obviously what I'm going to teach you in this YouTube video, you can use for any worksheet. So this can be like a totally written out worksheet, like almost like a paragraph, book style kind of thing, however you want to do it. So the first thing, again, you want to do is open a Word document, and I like to use Google Docs, and then type out whatever it is that you want to have in your worksheet. Now, the easiest method that you can do is you can actually type out this worksheet and then just simply insert your logo at the top of the worksheet. That's like the most simple and fastest way to do it. Now I'm going to show you how to do it prettier, of course, but if you want to just do it simply and effectively, that would be the easiest way. Something else to keep in mind is that before I go and show you how to make everything fancy and all of that, I just want you to know that your students are taking your course to gain the result that you're promising them. So no matter how fancy your videos are or how pretty your worksheets, none of that really matters. What really matters is that you are helping them to get the result that you're promising them in your course. What really matters is the actual course content, okay? So I just want you to know that I start off every single one of my courses just with Word documents that are just plain, okay? So they're not designed, they're not pretty. But then as I up-level my course over time, I do tend to either send them out to a graphic designer or make them pretty and design them myself. So before I show you how to design it and make it pretty yourself, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about how to offload this to a graphic designer. So again, what you would do is go ahead and create all the worksheets in just simply like a Google Doc or something like that. So just have all the worksheets created. Make sure that you have your branding done. So you should hopefully by now have like a logo and colors and things like that. If you don't have that, you might want to use Canva or hire a designer to do the branding and that for you. But let's just go ahead and say for these purposes, you already have your branding made. What you can do is reach out to a graphic designer. Maybe it's someone who did your branding, maybe it's somebody else, and say, hey, I have X amount of worksheets. Could you give me a quote on what it would cost for you to design them for me? Now, if you have the money to invest in that, that is a great strategy because it's a lot less work on your part. You've already created the worksheets and now you're handing them off to a designer. But with that said, I know a lot of people like to DIY. And so I'm going to show you step by step how to use Canva to create pretty worksheets for your students. So let's jump into Canva. So what you're going to want to do is go to canva.com. Now, hopefully you already have a canva.com username and password, so you can just log into your Canva account. If you don't, go ahead, pause this video if you're doing it step by step, and go ahead and create a Canva account. Now, Canva does have a free option, and then they also have a paid option as well. Personally, I have the paid option. For me, it's an insanely good deal to be able to have access to Canva's templates and stock photos and all the stuff that comes along when you pay for Canva. Now, can you still get and achieve everything you want with free Canva? Yes. It's just going to take more work on your part if you need to have stock images and find certain things that are not included in the free Canva version. Okay, so now that you're logged into Canva, we're going to go in the right-hand side and click on Create a Design. And we're going to go ahead and type in the word worksheet. We're going to click on worksheet and it's going to open up a new blank design in Canva. Now, here's some cool stuff that I want to show you. First of all, you do have the option to design your worksheet from scratch. However, Canva has a lot of really great templates that you can use, and then you can just simply tailor those templates with your branding, okay? So I'm gonna show you just some of the different templates that they have here. So as you can see on the left-hand side, it says templates for you. And by the way, once you open up this worksheet design, it's already with the right and correct dimensions. And so all of these templates on the left-hand side, these are going to be with the correct dimensions. Now you can see a lot of these worksheets are kind of for like teachers, for like young children, things like that. But Canva must know me, because up at the top here, the For You, it looks like it's giving me some, maybe different looking or better looking worksheets. Okay, so let's just click on one. So here's one worksheet. Again, you could like delete this pen, you could change the fonts. And I already have my branding fonts already inside of my Canva account. So I could go ahead and change those out. I actually don't know if I can change multiple at a time. You can, cool. And then let's say I want to change these boxes here to my branding colors. Let's see if I can select all of these at the same time. I can, awesome. So I could change those to my branding colors, whatever colors I wanted. Maybe I want to make the background like pink or something. And by the way, all I'm doing to change the color is simply selecting the piece that I want to change, going up here on the upper top left where it says background color, and then I'm just simply selecting the color I want. Now you can see right here, it says untitled brand kit. I didn't title my brand kit apparently. But if you have the paid version of Canva, you can create a brand kit. That way your colors and fonts and everything are just already automatically, permanently in your Canva account. So that's another reason why I have the paid Canva account. I think that that is like a very, very, very nice feature, okay? So this would be one way that you could create a worksheet for your students. And again, they have a lot of different templates and things for you here. You can also search different worksheets as well. So now that you kind of know, how to find different work, like this one's actually really cute in my opinion. So we could change the colors here. Let's go with, I don't know, maybe that. I'm gonna select all these different sections here and change them to my branding colors. And then I'm going to select the fonts to make sure that they're my branding colors as well. Oops. As well as my branding font. So let's change the font first. Then let's change the colors. We'll make this one stand out with a more bold font. So yeah, this would actually work really, really well as a worksheet for my students. Now, I don't necessarily need this whole name and date and score and all that section. So I'm just gonna delete that. All I did was select it with my cursor and hit delete. Then I'm gonna select all of these pieces and I'm gonna drag them up here. And let's say I'm gonna create another one of these. Now that there's room, I'm gonna hit Command C, Command V to copy and paste. I'm just gonna align that up with the current ones that I have. Let's see, is that, there we go. Okay, then I'm just gonna select these and kind of center them a little bit more. Now, let's see, the worksheet could be, how to, or let's see, course ideal client worksheet, right? So I can just go ahead and center that now. And then I can put in all my questions, and I've already written out the worksheet, right? Because like I shared earlier, you want to have all of your worksheets written out before you design them. I think a big mistake people make is they just go directly into Canva and they're trying to think of what should go in the worksheet as well as designing it at the same time. And really you need to do things in steps. You need to do them in layers and in batches to be the most productive and also create the best output for your course. And so again, the best thing would be to write out all the worksheets first and then design them. Okay, so now that you know how to sort of pick a pre-made worksheet and then customize it to your branding, let's go ahead and start from scratch. And let's take my morning and night routine here and let's create a pretty worksheet for it, if you will. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete what we did because that is just the fastest. Now let's go ahead here and open up some text. Let's add a subheading here. And I'm gonna go ahead, let's see, can I select all of this? Let's see what's the easiest way to do this. Because this is kind of a funky worksheet that I'm making because there's like 2 sides, right? Let's see what this ends up looking like. Okay, so I'm laughing just because like it created a bunch of bullets that don't need to be there. So let's try and get rid of those. Okay, so all I have to do to get rid of the extra bullets is click in between and hit delete. So I'm just gonna kind of clean this up and format it. All right, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and create the other one. I just hit copy and paste to do that. And I'm gonna come over here and select the night routine. We'll select all of this and hit paste. And go through and format. I'm gonna take out those extra bullet points that I don't need. And this is pretty large here, so let's, and all I did was to make, because like you can just see in the middle, on the right-hand side here, there's like this little middle spot. You can take this to adjust the width of whatever section that you're doing. So now that I have these 2 sections, I'm actually going to select them and kind of bring them down here so that I can have room for my title text. So I'm going to go ahead and create a heading. So all I did in the left-hand side here was click add heading. So we're going to add one heading there and then another heading here. So we're going to say morning routine. And we're going to kind of, let's see, how do I want to do that? I think I'm just going to make it smaller. There we go. And we'll say night routine. Let's see, this was 28. Let's just make it an even 27 point font. And then we'll come over here and do the same so that they're both matching. We're going to line them up. And that's the cool thing with Canva is it'll actually kind of show you like how to best line it up, right? So I'm going to play around with, do I want this? Oh, the left, see right here, I'm selecting alignment. It looks so much better if it's aligned on the left, in my opinion. And this one's a little bit big, so we're going to kind of swoop that over there. All right, so now that I have everything like on the actual worksheet and formatted, I do think it looks a little bit big. I want to have obviously some nice margins on the sides. So when students print them off and such, it doesn't clip off any of the text. Now I'm going to go ahead and format this for my colors. Now, personally, I do like to, or I should say this, you should consider, if your students are going to be printing these out, you should definitely consider leaving the background white because otherwise it might take their printer a lot of ink. But since the title of this YouTube video is how to make pretty worksheets for your course, let's just go ahead and make this pretty. So let's see, I'm gonna make, oops, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna select all the text and make the text our dark blue color. And then I'm gonna make this, I think yellow would look nice. Actually, we'll just do the cream and then I think I'll add in some designs and kind of show you guys how that would work. Okay, so if you click on elements, you can have these different shapes here. I'm going to click on a circle. Okay. Oops. Nope. Click on the circle. There we go. And we're going to kind of play with some different circles here. So what I'm going to do is select the circle. I'm going to select on the top right corner transparency, and I'm going to make the transparency, let's do 40. And I'm going to make sure that it is one of my colors. Yellow looks nice, green looks nice, pink looks nice. Let's stick with yellow. And then I can copy and paste some other ones. Just sort of put them throughout the worksheet here. It's like a little too even, I feel like. And then let's make sure that we move all of our text to be at the very, very front, bring to front. That way it's above the yellow circles. And I think the yellow circles are like too prominent. So I'm going to select them all and make them even more transparent. Let's do like 20. So I think that looks super cute personally. Maybe I'll move these around a little bit more. I mean, really, however you want to do it. And then the cool thing is, once you have your worksheets created, if it's a type of worksheet that should be a template, what you can do in the top right corner is click Share, Template Link, and then it gives you the template link. And this way you can share this with your students. That way your students can click on this link and it will open this exactly how it is right now in their own Canva account. That way they can take this template and they can start to design it how they want. Because right now what I'm showing you here is a morning and night routine. So if I'm able to share this template with my students, they can come in and edit this and tweak this to be their own morning routine and their own night routine, and then they can print it off. And if they want to, they can change even the look and feel of it if they want to as well. So those were several different ways to create pretty Canva worksheets for your students. So the first thing would be to create all the worksheets in a Word document. The second and easiest step would be to just take those worksheets and just simply add your logo. The next thing would be you could send all of those worksheets off to a designer. The next thing would be that you can go in Canva and you can use the Canva worksheet templates to go ahead and edit those worksheets and tweak them to your liking. And the last and final option you have is to start from scratch to design your own worksheets. Now, before I end this video, I do want to share that I do think it's important for your worksheets to be consistent and congruent. So I wouldn't recommend like a different design for every single worksheet. I would recommend, like for this morning and night routine, I do feel like that's a little bit different. But for me personally, with the rest of the worksheets, if they're like checklists or certain things like that, like I said, written out worksheets, I would recommend designing a header with your logo in it, and then maybe creating a footer, and then just putting all of your Word document into the middle of it. That way all the worksheets are like congruent and they're similar. That way it's just like your students can see it and they see your branding and they know that it's part of the course and it's very consistent. And if they print it off and put it into some sort of like workbook or something, then it's very congruent with that as well. You could say, make a header and then have a different color for every module. You can have fun with it in that way, but I do think congruency and consistency with your worksheets is really important. So with that said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some ideas for worksheets, ways you can do it faster, ways you can outsource it, ways you can create it yourself from scratch in Canva. So with that said, if you are curious how to start making money with your course, how to enroll students with your course, even before your course is created or finished, if you're looking to learn how to build a following of buyers, or even how to create the curriculum for your course, I'm going to take down my screen here and bring up a different screen and show you step-by-step how to register for my free on-demand training that is how to turn your passion into your own online course that's profitable from day one. I think a lot of the stuff I'm going to share in this free training is really going to surprise you, because it's going to be the best, most cost-effective, fastest way for you to get your course up and running, for you to start hitting your goals, making money, and helping your future students ASAP. So with that said, thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the free training. Just go to profitablecourses.com/class. And here it's going to take you to a page where you can sign up for the class. The class is called How to Turn Your Passion into an Online Course That's Profitable from Day One. Even if you're unsure what to teach, feel inexperienced, don't have a following, or you're short on time. We're going to be covering my profitable idea framework so you can nail down your course idea or ensure the one that you already have picked out will be profitable and get your students crazy good results. I'm going to be showing you my Post-it Power Hour framework so you can create your course content in 1 hour and get your course up and running ASAP. I'm also going to be sharing with you my profitable following framework and how I use it to grow a following from $0 to $17,000 in course enrollments in 30 days, even during the peak of the pandemic. This is super fun workshop. You're going to get a ton out of it. As soon as you enroll, you're going to get a bonus of my profitable course Kickstart workbook, and I'm going to be sending you some additional free training videos so that you can start to get results and help right away. Students have had great results with my teaching, so go ahead, just click any of the pink Yes, I'd Want to Attend buttons. Go ahead and select the date and time that you want. It will ask you to put your time zone, first name, email address, and phone number is optional, and then you can click to register now. I can't wait to see you there.